Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for You're Not Done by Leeland featuring Charity Gayle. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel or give this video a like and comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below. And last but not least, if you feel like this tutorial blessed you, go ahead and click those three dots that are next to the like button, and you can donate to my channel that way. And obviously, it's up to you and how much you like to give, and I appreciate your generosity. Well, grab your acoustic guitar, and you don't need a capo today, and let's get started. All right, so you don't need a capo, like I said, and you're going to be playing in the key of D to match the original key, which of course is D because we don't have a capo. So here are the chords you need to know. D, D suspended, G, G suspended, A, B minor, E minor, and D over F sharp. Now that seems like there's a lot of chords to go over, but keep in mind that there are three different versions of the D chord, and we can hit them really quick. So let's start with that. You're going to put your index finger on the G string 2nd fret, middle finger 2nd fret also, high E string, ring finger B string 3rd fret, and you can't strum the low 2 strings, low E and A. This is the regular D chord. Now to play D suspended, drop your pinky down on that high E 3rd fret, and that's D suspended. To play D over F sharp, keep almost everything in the same spot, but lift your index finger to the low E string, 2nd fret, and you're going to have to bump that middle finger where it was on the G string 2nd fret. Now you can't strum the high E for this, and your hand's naturally going to blunt the high E with that ring finger there, and you'll get that low F sharp sound. And that index finger will also blunt that A string, so just keep that in mind. It'll still sound full, but you'll have a few strings that are being touched by your other fingers, and that's okay. D over F sharp. To play G, you're going to put your middle finger on the low E 3rd fret, index finger A string 2nd fret, ring finger and pinky can go on the high E and B strings of the 3rd fret, and that's the G chord. Now to play G suspended, you'll have to move your index finger to the B string 1st fret, put your middle finger on the A string 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the E string 3rd fret, and the high E is covered by the pinky. That's G suspended. To play the A chord, you can bar it using the index finger, D, G, and B strings of the 2nd fret, and you can't strum the low E for this though. That's an easy way to play A, but you could also play it this way, which would be kind of like the beginner way. D, G, and B are covered with the index, middle, and ring fingers in that same fret space. And that's the A chord. To play B minor, I like to use the bar chord version, so bar the entire 2nd fret minus the low E string, and then put the middle finger down on the B string 3rd fret, ring finger and pinky are going to go on the D and G strings of the 4th fret. And strum everything except the low E, that's B minor. You can also do it the open chord way, just put your index finger on the high E 2nd fret, middle finger 3rd fret B string, and the ring finger and pinky go back to where they were with that barred chord version, but you can't strum the low E or A strings. So a less full sounding B minor. Last but not least, there actually is an E minor chord in here. Put your index finger and middle finger on the A and D strings of the 2nd fret. You get to strum everything. All right, and that about does it for chords for this song. So yes, there are a lot of chords, and they do move very quickly. And I'm going to show you something that starts the song, so just be aware of that. It sounds like this. Try that again, B minor, A, G. And notice that when I played B minor, I immediately went to the A chord barred version, and then G. That's just how fast the song is going to go. So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go over some other fast patterns after we play through the song. But don't worry, I'm going to put the chords on screen for you. I'll see them as we go along. And I'll go over some strumming patterns after we play through it. All right, here we go. B minor, A, G. B minor, D. B minor, A, G. Suspended D, B minor, A, F sharp, G, E minor, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, E minor, D, D suspended, D, B minor, A, G, G suspended, G, E minor, D, D suspended, D, A, D over F sharp, B minor, G, step down, A, B minor, D over F sharp, G, E minor, D, E minor, B minor, A, B minor, D over F sharp, G, E minor, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, E minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B 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 minor, A, D over F sharp, G, step down, A, C minor, D over F sharp, G, E minor, D, E minor, C minor, A, E minor, D over F sharp, G, E minor, A, D over F sharp, G, same chords for a while, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, E minor, D, D suspended, D, D suspended, D, D suspended, D, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, same chords for a while, B minor, A, D over F sharp, G, 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 Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that tutorial. So let's go over some basic strumming patterns and, of course, that step down section, because honestly, when I'm doing my guide vocal for the chords, it's just too crazy to say all those chords all at once in that short amount of time. So I just call it a step down, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. Let's talk about that B minor A, D over F sharp G, because that progression happens for pretty much half of the song. And here it is just by itself. So the strumming pattern for that could vary as the song goes on. You might have noticed I did some finger picking stuff. That's something that you can just do while you're worshiping, and it doesn't have to be exactly like the record. This is the beauty of worship and just doing what you're called to do through the Holy Spirit as you're playing your instrument. So when we're doing those progressions, though, this is what the right hand's doing. And a little slower. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, and even slower. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, with the chords. And you get the idea. And obviously you can do a little bit more. And as the song builds up to a full band sound, you can go to just straight eighth notes. Has a really nice sound to that. And even though it's a simple strumming pattern, it gets that full sound. Save it for when the full band kicks in, and you don't have to do it right away, right? The next thing is the step down, and that is really difficult if you're not used to changing chords very quickly. Now you can do option one, which is you can do exactly what the bass player is doing, and that is playing all those chords with the step down. Or you can play one string at a time, that's option two. Or you can just avoid it, let the bass player play it, and then come in on A. This is the part right when the chorus begins. Here's the chord progression. E minor, D, A, B minor. And you end on an A. That's how fast it goes. And honestly, to help me do that, I'm just down strumming each chord. E minor, D, A, B minor, A. And playing it at tempo. You see what I mean, where it could be a little muddy when you're playing those chords. Now, I did that through the song just so you can see what the acoustic guitar could be doing, but that may be a little too much. Maybe allow your bass player to play that, or play the root with that low E string. So you could play E, D, A, B, and then the A chord. You could do it that way, and actually it's just all open strings up until you have to play a B note, which is just the second fret on the A string. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. Let your bass player play that, or you can try to play those chords like I did. You'll just have to play that multiple times, get your hands really accustomed to that so that it's almost like muscle memory. That's the best advice I can give you, and I know that might not be what you want to hear, but play it multiple times, practice it every day. If you're playing it for Sunday, let's say a week from now, make sure you hit it every day so that you can make sure that those positions just fall into place right away. You almost don't have to think about it. It's like autopilot. Well, again, hopefully I was able to help you out with that tutorial, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. And again, if this video blessed you, go ahead and click those three dots that are next to the like button. And there should be a menu that pops up that says thanks. Click on that and you can go from there, and I appreciate your generosity. Well, this is the first video I've made since I've been sick for the past week and a half, so I appreciate your viewership, I appreciate your subscribership, and I appreciate your prayers. Hopefully you have a great week and you don't get sick like I did. All right, God bless.